another ramble. And let's talk about something that we definitely are not supposed to talk about. A taboo. A taboo. It's taboo. It's not exactly well liked to discuss how terribly awful one's channel is doing. It's not doing well. It's not good. It's not liked. Viewers do not like to hear it. They don't. And in many regards, I can understand. I can understand why. It's not their problem, is it? I mean, nobody told us, anyone who creates content online, no one told us to pick up a mouse or our phone and create an account and start uploading content. Nobody forced us. But do it. We did, and do it. We do. More people give up than succeed. And there's a reason for that. There is a very big reason for that. And that's because it's bloody difficult. It's bloody hard. And when you have the ever-changing algorithm which you try to feed and you try to appease with every upload, it never works. Especially when you are in a genre that is very, very, very oversaturated. I mean, let's face it, how many people have ever been watching an ASMR video and thought, I can do this? And did it, or tried it. There are an insane amount of ASMR videos, ASMR channels. Some are still thriving, some are still struggling. Some are still dormant, waiting the return of their owner. Some loyal viewers still drop by every now and again, drop a little comment. I miss you, I hope you're okay. We all know them. But the channels that are thriving are few and far between. Because like I say, more new channels pop up every day. We've all seen them. My first ASMR video. And my goodness, don't they do very well? Whole channels built based on one video. And I may sound very bitter by that. And I imagine I am. If you spend years building a channel, uploading consistently every week, sometimes multiple uploads a week, and still get abandoned, forgotten, lost in the backlog of channels. It's easy to do. There's so many ASMR channels. You can't remember them all, can you? We all have our favorites, and I'm sure we're all guilty, if guilty is the word, of finding a channel thinking, oh, this is nice. And then, after a little bit, just forgetting. Stops popping up on our homepage, and we don't go looking for it. And then we just forget. It becomes just a channel sat in our list of subscriptions. We've all been there. I feel like this video is a long time coming. And maybe Halloween is Maybe it's quite the time for it. Quite the season. Not of goodwill, but scares. Maybe. Who knows? Like I said, ASMR's genre is highly saturated everywhere. Start a channel now, start one even 5 years ago. You were new to the party. It was a long line. And as a result, it's very easy to get lost. Lost in a unfriendly algorithm. And what fuels the algorithm? What ensures that your videos get pushed by the algorithm? Well, interactions. Interactions of viewers. Interactions of viewers. Likes, comments, hypes now. Because YouTube decided to enforce another thing that can bury your channel. Hype points. And everyone gets 3 hype points a week. I'm sure there's a way to buy more. But I wouldn't. So there's another way. Another way for your channel to get buried. Mine certainly is. I feel like this is going to be a long one. Let's start at the beginning, shall we? Started this channel 3 years ago. 3 years ago. And I should probably say that this is not unique to my channel. This is not unique to my channel at all. But this is my channel and this is me, so I can only speak for myself. I cannot speak for everybody else. But I started my channel 3 years ago. I had no expectations, nothing. I didn't think anything would come of it, if I'm honest. People just kept saying, oh, you have a really nice voice. Have you thought of ASMR? And that was the mistake right there. If anybody ever says that to you, if anybody ever says it to you, oh, you have a lovely voice, you should do ASMR. You have a lovely voice, you should be narrating stories. Don't listen to them, they're lying. They are lying. Definitely lying. Don't listen to them, it just begins the delusion. Oh, maybe I could. Maybe I could. And as soon as the maybe starts, one day you get motivated and you make a channel just like I did. And at first I didn't really know what to do. Didn't know what I was doing, to be honest. Didn't know what concept I wanted to do. Now, I've always been quite big on internet anonymity. Never really wanted to be doxxed. So showing my face was something that I didn't want to do. My real name is not on the channel, never has been. No one knows it. That wasn't for any devious reasons. It was just because, well, as I just said, never wanted to be doxxed. I liked the idea of the mystery. I liked the anonymous. And I thought it might add to the ASMR. Everything's a little bit more exciting when mystery is involved. So, I eventually fell into a rhythm, a system I wanted, a theme, an aesthetic. I didn't have to do ASMR like everybody else was doing. I didn't have to be on camera. There are many ASMR channels. that use black screens or whatever. You know, you must have seen them. I've seen them, so you must have too over the years. I remember the early days of ASMR. The channels are still around now. I remember one channel actually. I can't remember the name. I think it might be Simon Whispers or Simon's Whisper, something like that. And his channel was black screen. And it was just him eating food while he speaks. And I don't know why, because I hate eating sounds, but I watched it. Just a bland thumbnail. I don't know, a picture of a random curry from Google Images or a packet of candy. Oh, the good old days. You got a lot of views from those. The early days of ASMR, though, there wasn't a whole lot of choice. But I digress. That was the plan. And it's this idea, does ASMR become more intense if you can't see what's happening? Does it or doesn't it? Maybe it does and maybe it doesn't. But that was the experiment, to test it. You see, I watch ASMR all the time, and I can see what's happening. I can see what the ASMR artist is holding, and where they're standing, and which mic and which ear the sound is going to come from. I know exactly where, and exactly how, and exactly why. But what if I can't see it, and I don't know where the sound is coming from? It just appears in right ear or left ear. Is it different? Is it better? That was the experiment. So I began, and at that time I was going through a really weird cluster of breakups and needed to put my focus somewhere, something positive. And this channel became my something positive. It became my focal point to put positivity. And I set myself a challenge to get my thoughts away from the negativity, from the pain. Upload every day until I reach 1,000 subscribers. And I did it. From October to December, I uploaded every single day. Every single day. And I did it. I got 1,000 subscribers based on my theory. Of course, I had a lot of this is lazy. There's no visual. This is lazy. They were welcome to their opinions. Everyone is always welcome to their opinions. No one has ever been blocked from this channel, and I have always been open to constructive criticism. Always. Whether I took the opinions and implemented them has always been my choice. Sometimes I haven't. And I had my reasons why. And sometimes I did. And more recently, if you can see the changes I've tried to implement recently. I used to get a lot of comments. Your channel will blow up. Your channel will be amazing if you had visuals. If only you had visuals. You don't need anything special. You don't need to be on camera. Just hands or something. I think I've proved that theory wrong. Not that I'm smug about it, of course, it's still a failure. Anyway, this video may sound very bleak and very negative, and probably because it is, but it is honest. An honest, blunt perspective. I enjoyed making the content. I had fun editing. And at some point last year, we were doing fine for views. Nothing groundbreaking, but we were simmering along. And then I put a video out one day, and it just went we did quite well. It's my highest viewed video on this platform. 26,000 views. It's not the highest ASMR video I've ever had. That was on TikTok. 1 million views before they banned my account for copyright. Severe copyright infringement. It was my content. I copyrighted my own content. Apparently I violated it. I'm still a bit better about that one, to be honest. Anyway. And every upload I did after that, until a couple of months ago, well, I thought, my goodness, this is it. It's not success. It's not, but it's something, and it's growth in a good direction, and I've sustained it. I've sustained it for a while, so that must mean something good. It didn't, because suddenly one day, around Easter time, I put a video out, the same kind of video I always put out, the same kind of video that thrives, the only kind of one that does anything on this channel, and it didn't. Got about 100 views, and everyone after that failed. Every single upload failed. I went looking for answers, and there was a few possibilities. Maybe it was because I wasn't on camera. There was no visuals. YouTube was cutting down on AI videos with voiceovers. Maybe I'd fallen into that crack mistaken for AI, but then again, you'd have to be a complete idiot to think that my voice is AI. If you've ever heard an AI voice, then you will know. They never use Welsh accents. Never. And I am definitely Welsh. If you've been to Glamorgan, you'll know. Anyway. Everything I found was deterring, disappointing, and, well, it made me frustrated, sad, despair, because I built something for years, and then to see it fail. You see, that's something that I don't think, unless you make content of any kind, that people understand. To build something from scratch, to put everything into it, love, care, time, commitment, not even just money really, but yes, money too, everything into it. With the aim of it growing and hopefully succeeding or even just growing. And then before your eyes, to watch it crumble like a deck of cards. Should have glued those cards together. It's heartbreaking. It is, and you can say, "Oh, it's just a YouTube channel." It's just a YouTube channel. But for all those reasons I just gave, it's more than a YouTube channel. It's time. It's love and care all put into one place. And then you're silently being told that none of that matters. None of that matters anymore. It's gone. It's not enough. You are not enough. And it's hard. And some people take it harder than others. I think I took it pretty hard. I've had some other stuff going on in life, and one more disappointment was a little bit too much to bear. So I took some time. And as I took some time, I was reading the ASMR Reddit thread one day. And I saw somebody comment about an ASMR channel that was new. It was only about a month old. And they'd used the audio of a well-known ASMR artist channel. So I was curious. So I went over to YouTube. It was a Sunday night. Spring. So it was about 8. So it was still light out. It's a nice spring, summer evening. Typed in the channel name. And there it was. This young channel. Because I was reading everywhere that, channels recently, at that time, with black screen and no visuals, were being penalized by the algorithm. Yeah, I found that wasn't the case. Because this person had this stolen audio. They weren't using the visuals, but they had the stolen audio. No visuals. And it was one video. And there was about 15 videos on their channel. And every single video had this one audio. And sometimes they would edit it so you would hear the same sound a couple of times. Just to lengthen out the video or make it seem different. But it was the same one. Every upload had the same thumbnail. Every upload had the same title, exactly the same. And these videos had like 80k views, 100k views. They had interactions in the comments. Immense. Hundreds of comments on this video that was stolen. Black screen. Same thumbnail. Same video. It was basically the same video with every upload. And I looked through every video because I couldn't believe it. I mean, there was me, like a muppet, spending hours editing, recording together videos, and uploading it, then stressing about what words I could use. What words should I use? What are these the right hashtags to use? Will this work? Will that work? And this person had just stolen somebody else's work, put a black screen on it, and just uploaded it without real care, really. And viewers had flocked. At that point, I became extremely disillusioned with the platform, with ASMR, with everything. which may prove to be a big mistake. But I did. And then I began seeing all my first ASMR videos, which was like, it's what I imagine being punched in the nuts would feel like if I was a dude. So I decided I could continue with the negative thoughts and negative feelings and not get anywhere. Or I could try something different. I could reinvent the channel, do something else. I mean, as you can see, I tried, but it never worked. It didn't work. Years of being told that all I needed was visuals. Just needed visuals. And my channel would thrive. I still get told it. Your channel's gonna blow up. It's not. It isn't. One other fatal mistake creators make is believing their own hype. Believing the things random people say in comment sections. They're most probably trolling. They are most probably trolling. Recently, I began seeing more and more people talk about lo-fi ASMR and how they love it. I didn't realize that there's a market for lo-fi ASMR. I do quite like it myself, to be honest. How it's different to high production ASMR. You know, the kind of ASMR that's pushed more and more by the algorithm. In fact, it's probably the only thing pushed by the algorithm, except those my first ASMR videos. So I thought, hey, I could do that. Let's do some of those. Just some lo-fi, low energy, chill, relax kind of things. No, there is no call for it. And if it is, it isn't lo-fi ASMR made by me. And like I say, it's very, very easy to fall into the trap of, it's me. And maybe it is. Whatever I've put out isn't good enough. What I have put out is not what people want. I can blame the algorithm all I want, but people need to interact with videos for the video to be pushed in the algorithm. If people do not interact with the videos, then the algorithm will not see your video. And whose fault is that? Mine. It's mine. Because I have not made ASMR or any kind of video engaging enough for people to want to comment or even just like. Because even these days the likes are extremely non-existent. I began posting shorts. And today I looked at my analytics and I found that despite my extremely low, insanely low video views, long form content, I had 19k views and I had to scratch my head because where did they come from? And then I looked, all shorts. All shorts. Not that that is a success, of course, because, well, insanely low like rating, so no one's interacting with these shorts. But for some reason they get more views than the long form content that I upload. There is another factor. However, you say money is not an issue. Money is always an issue. It It is. No one puts as much time and effort into something without getting something monetarily in the end. Shorts also pay less. So, for instance, if a video I do gets 1.6k views, the video itself will make about £1.50 to about £2.50. So that's about $2. While a short that makes 1.6k views earns about 2 cents, if that. So you see, while 1.6k views, earning the $2 isn't exactly a lot. In fact, it's not. Can't buy much for that these days. Not in this economy. But it is a lot better than 2 cents. You can't deny that. There is another factor. Big factor. My TikTok channel. I did the same content there. And had some good views. I had more success on TikTok than I did here on YouTube. I had, but it's a lot harder to be monetized on TikTok, so I made no money, which, it wasn't really an issue. I didn't worry about it. I use TikTok more as a promotion for my YouTube channel. But I grew it. I think in the end that channel had something like 7 million views and a couple of million likes. 13 or 15k followers. And I just unlocked monetization. I didn't make it to the first payment before TikTok said, yo, this account has been banned for severe copyright infringement. And I was confused because what? I'm not sure how one can infringe upon their own copyright, but that app is also deeply flawed, as with all apps. I tried to appeal, and I did, and TikTok never replied, and said, screw you, you're banned. And so my work, my hard work was gone. And I was even more disillusioned, to be fair, with ASMR, with the whole content creation, online, everything, to be honest. Everything was and still is getting to me, to be honest. Putting this out may prove to be a big mistake, but negativity is what fuels social media. It's what gets people in the comment section. We don't want to hear this. It's the only time people ever comment. Rage bait and engagement farming is what fuels social media, not just on YouTube and TikTok, but the whole of social media. Rage baiting and engagement farming is how you get content, it's how you get views, it's how you get interactions. You need people in your comment section because they're angry. They're not going to come any other way. They're not going to do it. Not gonna do it. If you're lucky, maybe. But I've never been lucky. So anyway, I wasn't going to start a new TikTok channel, but then, well, I did. I was doing my usual content. And then it again told me that I had copyright infringement. And it was my own video. It was my own video. It was my own video. Still, I am so confused on how I can infringe upon my own copyright. All the audio that I have ever used on this channel has been mine, that I have created with props that I have bought. With my microphone. It has never been imported from anybody else. When I first started doing TikTok, people did think, there were people in my comment section saying that I'd stolen the audio from someone else. No, never. Never. Always mine. So I got over that by doing different content. And it, well, hasn't exactly set the world alight. Maybe my patience, yes, but not the world. I have these moments where I think, TikTok is full of dross. Why is my dross not good enough? It's not the way to think. But sometimes one has to linger in that for a little bit. I decided to make low effort content because, well, why would I spend so much time on something that's only going to get 10 views? I upload daily and struggling to get 200 viewers. Actually, no, struggling to get 200 followers. My first time around, I didn't struggle. It was quite simple, really. It's disheartening when you look around at the people, they're doing the same thing as you, but they are thriving, and you're not. It can be confusing, deeply puzzling, because how do you fix that? How do you fix it? Anyway, this brings me to the present time, really. Making content and failing epically. Every upload is worse than the last. And it's like putting thought into something, putting time, putting care, putting love. And it's not enough. Not enough. That's probably the soul destroying bit. That's it. That part. Maybe not even the number of views, because I've had people say, hey, look, you have had this much views. That's pretty great. Yeah, maybe. And it comes down to mindset, really. It really does. I'm always hardest on myself. I have these high expectations, these high standards, and when I can't live up to them, I come down hardest on myself. Always. I expect other people to live up to the standards too, but I am always hardest on myself. My problem is now, I know I should give up because I am going nowhere. In fact, it is more productive to bang one's head against the wall. That's a metaphor. It's not what I'm actually doing, don't worry. It's not that kind of video. Do not worry about that. Metaphorically, it would be more productive to bang one's head against the wall. I gave myself until January 1st to change things around, change the channel name. I changed the whole channel, changed it completely. I did exactly what I was advised to do from day one. And it isn't it. It is not it. More recently, people have began saying, start a new channel. And I'll be honest with you, it's not something I'll do. I don't have the energy. I don't have it in me to do another channel. I don't. It's not in me. This was never my job, ever, and it still isn't. It was a labor of love. It was a time when I needed something, because life wasn't so kind. Something to channel negative energy and make it positive. To put all the horribleness I was going through and maybe make it nice for someone else. No, it didn't work. Well, it did. At the time it did. But it doesn't anymore. It's a bit like having a child, really. And you have sleepless nights, but you nurture this little human. You also have to nurture a YouTube channel. You can't just leave it. You have to interact with your viewers and talk to them, like comments, make them feel wanted in your virtual abode, in a way. And then one day the child becomes a teenager and isn't exactly living up to your expectations anymore. All that time, love and care you put into it, and they seem to be hell-bent on self-destruction. This is a very long ramble, and I doubt anybody's still here, to be honest. That's another problem, and it's a big issue. Short attention spans. People do not want long-form content. Remember, about a year and a half ago, I found an ASMR creator I really liked. Never never seen them before, but one night the algorithm gifted them to me. And he used to talk a lot about the times people would stay and watch. And we had about the same average viewing time, about 2 minutes 20, 2 minutes 40. That's where I average. And that's what he averaged from as well. And after that time, people switch off. 2 minutes 40. The majority of people are switched off at 2 minutes 40. Not everyone, but the majority of people who start watching your video have switched off by then. So you can imagine, if 50 people are watching my video, only about 2, if that, are finishing it to the end. And I know who one of those people are. It's sobering. Very sobering. Like this whole video. But hey, I don't exactly make these ever. And like I say, it's Halloween, is it not? Spooky season. I tried to have fun with it. I tried. Donuts and Myrtle mysteries and American candies. It didn't work. It didn't work. My fault. Definitely my fault. At this point, it is definitely time to go, to end the video. I gave myself till January 21st to see if I could turn things around. Maybe I would see some light at the end of the tunnel, because I gotta tell you, I have spent a lot of time making content on this channel. 3 years is a long time. It is part of my schedule. It is part of my everyday life. It will be hard to say goodbye to it. It will definitely be hard. Very much so. But ultimately that may be what I have to do. And it's just a YouTube channel. That's what it is. Just a YouTube channel. It's very easy to fall into this trap that I have fallen into many times. How do I have these so few views when I have these 6K subscribers? What's up with that? And the honest truth is, most of the subscribers you have, well, they forget you exist. They don't keep watching. The majority of people who find you and think, oh, this is cool, they don't keep watching. They don't. They're like dead subscribers. They just sit there as a number. They don't do anything else. They don't watch your content. They don't click on your channel. They don't like it. They don't comment. It is what it is. It's a reality for everyone, and I'm sure it's something that we're all guilty of. That too is sobering. Subscriber count means nothing. Subscriber count actually means absolutely nothing. It means something when you're going for monetization, but as soon as you have monetization, your view count means nothing. It's just an aesthetic. The higher the number, the prettier it looks. But Okay. I think that's it. I definitely think that's it. I think that's everything I wanted to get off my chest. Everything I wanted to say. I think. I don't think I left anything out. If you are still watching, by the way, you're a trooper. Thanks. You sat through a whole video listening to a Welsh ASMR idiot complain. Wow. How did you do that? Maybe you're the one who deserves the likes. I've made this video so many times over the last couple of months. So many times. My problem is I'm too stubborn. Too stubborn to give up anyway. And I'll probably end up making videos when there's only one viewer. But not so many. Anyway, I think I will return to what people like, for a little bit anyway, because I do enjoy doing these visual videos. They are quite fun, especially the Myrtle videos. I have grown quite fond of them, actually. I've grown quite fond of them. It's nice, cozy, laid back, autumnal fun. Until next time. My cat has just arrived. See ya.